Violet flame is a fire that burns a brilliant, harmonious light and is capable of clearing and alchemizing the negative energy we harbor. The flame translates the negativity into a calm and positive energy that vibrates highly and flows freely. A violet flame is a loving, accepting, forgiving, and highly intelligent flame. It is capable of transforming us by providing us with a very powerful and unique spiritual energy that will enhance all aspects of our lives. The color violet has the highest frequency of all 7 colors on the visual spectrum, and it cleanses the system of all our toxic emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical blockages. The flame heals old wounds, clears the karma of past mistakes, erases painful memories, and frees us from the heavy emotional baggage we have been carrying around. We all have an electromagnetic field that surrounds us, and we vibrate on different frequencies depending on our current mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical state. Our vibrations send out colors, which can be seen in the form of auras. The colors of our aura solely depend on what is happening within our conscious and subconscious minds. When 2 people are radiating a violet light and they meet with their twin flame, they will engage in an intense, magnetizing, and indestructible relationship. We can have many soulmate relationships with anyone, from strangers to lovers, however. We will only ever have one twin flame connection. This is because twin flames share the same cosmic or energetic blueprint as one another. A twin flame connection is one that offers the purest form of love we will ever experience. The reason for this is that the love arises from absolute unconditional love. Twin flames have ancient history together, so the instant they meet, there will be an intense attraction like no other. There is no mistaking the connection when it occurs. Memories will come flooding back as we try to piece together how we know the other person. As soon as the first encounter with a twin flame takes place, we will feel a huge shift happening, and this is the beginning of a major transformation. This knowing feeling that is indescribable is what keeps us entwined with our twin flame, and we will feel as though 2 intricate pieces of a puzzle have perfectly slotted together. Although the connection will feel immensely comfortable, it will also cause friction, as we are constantly pushed to become the highest version of ourselves possible when we are in their company. It is like looking through the clearest mirror, and we may not always like what is being reflected back. However, we will still be compelled to look. The bonding will not be one where 2 halves become one. It will be a relationship whereby both are able to be the complete version of their true selves, and nothing and no one will have the strength or ability to rock or cause cracks in their foundation. Twin flames are able to stay bonded through thick and thin and will never cosmically sway too far from one another, even if they are not always able to exist side by side. When they have reached a point whereby they are radiating this violet light, all the obstacles that have been in the way to prevent this connection will fall by the wayside, and from there on, the relationship will be unstoppable. The main thing that prevents us from having a deep and powerful twin flame relationship is the energy that we are holding on to from past or current painful experiences. By working with the violet flame, we can eradicate all karmic energy and past memories that we are holding on to. Twin flames that are radiating a violet flame are not codependent in any way. They are entirely free to live their life as they choose to, knowing their partner fully accepts, nourishes, and supports the paths they desire to roam. Within this relationship, it may look to an outsider that these 2 lives are lived as though they are single people, as there are no boundaries, rules, or regulations that either one has to abide by. The reason these relationships work without conditions is that both individuals have high levels of integrity, are accountable for their errors, and they are radiating with pure love. This love is not just for the other person, it is for the whole of humanity, the world they live in, and ultimately for themselves. A burning violet flame sends a glowing, healing wave of energy out into the universe. There are no judgments cast out to others, and they hold no resentments for any other ways of life that do not fall in line with their own. Their minds are opened fully so that they see beyond what lies in front of them, and this enables them to see all sides of the sphere rather than choosing a limited view. Within themselves and also their relationship, they are able to find the balance between the darkness and light, and they are not afraid to accept what lies on either side. Twin flame connections are aware that as human beings we are often too afraid to expose the truth of ourselves to one another. We all make mistakes and we all have flaws, and in a twin flame relationship, the beautiful and ugly are loved and accepted equally, so that both people can open up their souls and have the privilege of viewing what lies at the core. This means they are privy to the truest form of love possible, as they embrace the reality of the other person, not an illusion they have been tricked into seeing. The most difficult lesson that twin flames face is the one of unconditional love. This is often why twin flames do not always remain together if they are not radiating with a violet light. If either one has not prepared enough for the connection, they will drift in and out of each other's lives, although they will still have a profound sense of togetherness, however far they may be. There will also be a battle with the ego, and this is one of the most difficult obstacles to overcome. A twin flame will reflect everything back to us and show us parts of ourselves we may not feel ready to embrace. We may question if we are advanced enough to be able to deal with this relationship in our lives, as often it will cause us more internal friction that we think we are capable of handling. This is again where the violet light comes into play, as this will help us reach a place of self-love, a higher sense of self-worth, and when we reach these things, we will find an acceptance for those around us too. Our twin flame will keep presenting themselves to us time and again until the violet flame has transformed our energy to pulsate on a frequency, so we are vibrating at the highest level. Basically, when we have done the work necessary to attract a twin flame, we will be emotionally and spiritually ready to fully and intimately connect with our twin flame. The love between twin flames is not essentially a romantic love. It is the greatest opportunity we will be given to develop personal growth. This being said, though, twin flames do not exist for purely a personal benefit. The universe unites twin flames for a divine purpose, which is a selfless one, to be of service to others. The magnetization of these two souls will bring together two rays of light, so they are able to beam a pure and radiant glow out into the world. The union will teach those around them about loving unconditionally and selflessly, and also about letting go of all resentments through learning to forgive and accept. Whether the mission of these two souls is to help to create a more sustainable world to live in, to reduce suffering of all living creatures, or to teach others about ultimate soul growth, the message will be one that is necessary for the evolution of human beings on a mass scale. All that it takes is for our energetic vibrations to alter, so that we are in a position to attract that once-in-a-lifetime partner. We can then embark on a magical adventure that will work hard to match our own fire to the fire that is raging in our twin flame. Once our flames connect, we can carve a unique path by burning through all negativity. This means that our lights will shine brightly enough so that we recognize one another immediately when we eventually move on to the next life. By setting aside a small amount of time each day, even if it is just for 5 minutes, we can change our frequency to help to achieve a violet flame. When we choose a mantra and speak it out loud, it helps to alter our frequency, and it also assists with manifesting the changes we seek. To invoke a violet flame, a simple mantra such as, "I am present, I am a violet light," or "I welcome the violet light into my life." As we ask for a violet light, we must also be willing to offer it all of the pent-up emotions of frustration, anger, and resentment we have been feeling. By opening up our heart and accepting the light, we must also surrender to it and flush away all impurities and toxins that have been seeping into us. We can repeat this mantra as many times as we feel we need to, and as often throughout the day as we would like. It is important that the mantra is spoken out loud, through the throat chakra, as our voices are powerful vibrational tools that are capable of changing our frequency. A visualization helps when repeating the mantra. If we close our eyes, we can imagine a pure violet ray of light burning from within and emanating from us. We can imagine that the flame is burning through any negativity that we bring into the mantra, so that we destroy all thoughts of anger or fear and replace them with ones of love and peace. Initially, it can be painful to uncover and expose certain past memories. However, if we imagine that we have sealed our aura with a healing white and blue protective shield, we can avoid the darkness penetrating and negatively affecting our light. We can use a mantra anytime we are feeling stressed or angry, or just allow them to become a ritual that takes place each morning before we begin the day. The more often the mantra is repeated, the more powerful it will be in working its magic. Here is a violet flame meditation to assist with invoking the flame.